fantasy. Paul and I came to get coffee today. There's quite a line. We're almost to the front door. The line keeps growing.
Pull one of those and then like keep rolling.
Yeah.
I've got 3 onions.
Everything looks so good here. It smells amazing in this place. Holy cow. Tell me what the best thing is on the whole in this whole case, because I want
Well,
it.
my favorite is the cinnamon roll with the cream cheese frosting.
I'll have one of
Apple
those.
Uglies is what we're famous for.
And I'll have one of those. What time do people wake up to make all these donuts?
They start at 11 p.m.
11 p.m.
We have others that come in at like 3 a.m.
Wow. It's so hard to find like donuts that are made in the place anymore. Orange Blossom Bakery and Cafe. Good stuff. What time did you set the alarm for today?
5:15.
5:15. Kim, how much coffee have you drank so far today?
Half a cup.
Half a cup. We have a 2-hour drive ahead of us. We're heading all the way north into Corolla. We're going to meet up with a friend today and do something we, in all of our years coming here to the Outer Banks, we have never done and always wanted to do. I'm stoked about this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Horses.
Horses. Well, finally we made it up here. I'm here with my friend Craig. He's going to take us on an adventure today. Craig, where are we at? What are we doing?
So we are in Corolla, North Carolina. We're getting ready to go have some fun and check out some wild horses. They used to live with us here in Corolla, but now they've got a sanctuary that's up in 4-wheel drive land. This is where we're going to go visit.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're going to go 4-wheeling.
Yeah, big time.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
the road here, Highway 12, is a road right here, but in 1 mile it's going to be sand.
So we're at the end of Highway 12, all the way to the north.
But Highway 12 is a real road and is the only way in and out of the 2 communities we're about to see.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah.
Oh, this is going to be
unique
fun.
environment. All right, let's go have some fun.
All right.
You found a penny. That's important.
Okay. For the first 2 miles, it's Currituck Preserve, and it's going to be like nothing has ever happened here. It's the way it used to be, which is why the horses are so great up here. They used to be here until 1995, but then we got cars up here. So until then, developments had not actually reached here. That's the thing that saved this area. But in 95, cars got here. Cars and horses started to get together in a negative way, and that's when the Wild Horse Fund and some ideas started, and they got them into a place where they're safe. So we're going to go up here a mile away on the beach. You're going to see a fence that stretches out into the ocean. It goes a cattle guard, and then another fence that goes all the way to the south. That keeps them up there. They used to be down here with us though. So when they were here, they were ever hanging out at the Corolla pizza place ordering pizza. They were at the lighthouse hanging out. You wake up and you were having coffee with them. Very friendly, docile horses, but that was the problem also with their association with cars. And we did not want them to be associating with cars, and they've been lucky enough to have been preserved for that since, with 95. But highway, and then we're going to continue on Highway 12, but we're going to be on the beach, and they're protected from that point forward. Rules to protect them, all that kind of stuff. We'll talk about that when we get up there a little bit. All right, let's go have fun.
All strapped in. This is pretty fun, man.
So behind you is Penny Hill. It's the landmark of Corolla, or Swan, actually, technically we are in. It's a known thing because everybody used to gather up here and get to know your neighbors. As we we get up into the two towns, you're going to notice that you can't tell where you are, that you don't know who's around. It's just totally covered. I could climb on top of this truck in some places, and if it was a cloudy day, I wouldn't know where I was. So everybody get together up here, have a pig bacon or oyster roast on Sunday, and get to know your neighbors. Actually, when this was a lot taller, we used to have races up it, Jeep races up it too. So right now we're watching the ATVs over there. This particular area is the only place in Currituck County that you can ride an ATV privately now, if you're not an owner, or a resident rather. Penny's Hill, so this is a living sand dune in Medina. It's the second tallest one on the East Coast, Jockey's Ridge down in Nags Head being number one. This is covering up the old village of Seagull. It's an ancient fishing village that used to be here. It was abandoned before, but now it's going to blow away. We're going to get to see what it looks like, because like those stumps that hide under the sand during the winter, and then we see them again, they're 500 years old. We're going to see this town again. The big sand dune down Jockey's Ridge down in Nags Head, it's over the Nags Head Hotel as well as a putt-putt golf course. And the putt-putt golf course is starting to come up under one end of it. These things move 6 inches to a foot every year to the south. So it's a living dune, what they call it, Medina. See the opening on the top of the dune back there where it's really dark and the trees and stuff? Yeah. So that's where the horses go in, one of the places they go in and out. So back there, no roads, no nothing. It's live oak trees, they're all linked together. So it forms a big giant canopy for the horses. And they've got a giant tent to sleep under all the time. Washwood's life-saving station. So it's been here since the late 1800s. One of the very first things up here, and they would walk halfway from that station to this station. The guys would exchange a token and then walk back, and that was their patrol route during a storm. And the tower here would serve the same purpose. So they'd get a signal, 8 to 12 guys come running out of the house, they'd come down to the boathouse, grab a boat that's 25 feet long, drag it along a wooden walkway all the way out to the beach, and then go paddle it out in the middle of a hurricane to save people. And this is back in, early 1900s and stuff. I don't even want to know what a life jacket must have looked like back then. I'm pretty sure it didn't work though.
This is rad, isn't it? I love this stuff. I love off-roading. I was like pine.
Corolla Park. Is a young male all by himself. And he may be getting some attitude. Instead of driving around an hour and a half or something, about a 10-minute ride over to school. But much better to take a boat to school than take a This is actually a preserve. We're on private property. This is part of the land that Jay Bender and Corolla Outback set aside with some other folks when they were developing this whole area up here. Because this is very unique. This pasture without any large trees growing here is a water source for them all through the late summer, and obviously a lot of food and stuff here. And they're pretty much at peace with each other in here. All the harems will get together in here and not argue with each other. You won't have the dominance thing going on between the males and stuff. They know this is a bit of heaven because they're safe from all the cars that are out there that we saw on the beach and the ATVs and all the private stuff. And we're also right up against the Maritime Forest. So the Maritime Forest where they live and stuff back there. This is actually a federal wild boar hunting with a bow area, whatever you call that technically. But one of the few, we see some gentlemen marching back there with all their gear on it.
This is Samantha. She works in the booth. Samantha, how did you land here?
I'm born and raised here on the Outer Banks. My grandma started this company in 1962.
Rad.
So I'm third generation.
Cool. Is this your first job?
It is not, no.
Oh, okay.
I wish.
But it's like a family business.
It is. It's always been home to me. I
Yeah.
come home from college just to work here.
Oh, cool.
So
This was an awesome experience. It was more than cool. This was very fun. How many times have you been out on these things?
I've been
Like a
going on
million?
tours since I was 7 years old, and then I one day asked my dad if I could start guiding. So, I've been on probably a little over 200 tours or so.
Wow. Well, friends, come over here, say hi to Samantha, get your tickets from her, and maybe you'll be their tour guide.
Yeah, I will be.
Cool. Right on. Thanks, Samantha.
Thank you. She's an icon. She just made me my birthday pound cake.
She makes your house.
Oh yeah.
Well, you never know who you're going to run into in these parts of the world. I ran into a new friend here, Cletus.
What's going on, folks? How y'all doing?
Cletus, what is it? What do you do?
Well, I have a page on Facebook called Corolla Beach Idiots, and I exploit the special people that get their vehicles stuck out on the beach.
Oh yeah? We
Yep.
saw a couple out there.
Oh yeah, that white car was really stuck. I don't know if he was still there when you came through.
Oh, it
but
was really the Acura. It was
yeah,
really
yeah.
stuck.
Yesterday we had a Jaguar, a Mercedes. We've had a Maserati, a Corvette. We've also had several BMWs. It is the ultimate driving machine, so
Yeah.
they think it can make it on the beach.
Yes, yeah. So what are they thinking when they take what are you really thinking when you're taking a car out
Well,
there?
it's the man with his wife, and he wants to show his machismo and say, I can do this, but what he finds out is he can't do it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. The key is airing down your tires. If you don't have clearance, it doesn't do you any good to air down your tires.
Oh yeah.
So they get stuck, and then here's what happens. They start to get stuck, and then they floor it. And then they're really stuck.
Then they really dig it in there. Huh?
So what I always tell people is if you pull into a hole and you get stuck, back out of it. Don't try to go through the front of it. Back out and see if you can go somewhere else. But yeah, it's crazy out there, and there are a lot of people that don't like me too much because I post pictures of them all over the, when you get 50,000 views on one picture, people don't like me very much.
Well, you seem like a helper. You have a big heart to help all these people stuck in the sand.
That's a great way of looking at it. I mean, I like to think that too. I'm trying to come up with the Cletus shovel, a special shovel for them to use on the beach when they're stuck. It maybe won't even help them get unstuck, but they'll appreciate the shovel anyway.
Oh, man of marketing.
That's right. That's right.
Cletus, good talking to you.
Good talking to you.
All right, we'll see you somewhere down the road.
All right. Peace out now.
Craig, that was awesome. Thanks for taking us out there today. I've never done anything quite like that.
Well, it's very cool, and there are not many places you can do something like that. I mean, it's unique enough to be able to drive out on the beach, but be able to do it in that environment, and then have all the horses and all the other wildlife.
Yeah,
and
man.
Seeing just a cool place, cool part of the world. Pirates used to go to Ocracoke, but now they come and hide out here. So.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Well, and this is the perfect COVID spot. You want to get away from everything. For 4 months, there was absolutely not a single case up here.
So, I got two questions. How many horses live on that island, do you think?
So we've got about 100 horses in the herd altogether. We saw them in groups today of probably 2 to 6 in harems, they're called. And there's another group of these horses that have the same pure DNA that are down on the Shackelford Banks Island down on the bottom of North Carolina.
Second question. How the heck are all those houses built out there way in the middle of nowhere with no roads?
So we did go up the road. That beach is the road, and there's some quite creative characters up here, and they get building materials up there one way or another. Way back in the day, they tried to bring lumber over across the sound, but the sound is too shallow here for most boats, so everything got stuck. So everything, Dominion Power and Spectrum and all the power lines and everything goes up that same beach we went up.
That is a trip. So much work and effort to live in a perfectly pristine, sandy neighborhood.
Now it actually seems to make sense though, right? As the rest of the world gets crazy. I mean,
cool.
You go up there and you definitely have a little bit of peace. They say that Corolla sticks with you and you've got to always come back once you visit it.
No, the sand is stuck to me for sure. Well, thanks, Craig. I appreciate it. It's always a good time.
All right. Well, thanks for Dre for coming and checking us out. So that's all there is to this business too.
That's it.
All right. That's
where
all you
go.
need, a hut and a bunch of 4-wheel drive vehicles, and you're ready to rock and roll. I hope everybody comes to see us. Hope you come back to see us. It's different every time.
Right on. Friends, if you like what you're seeing here, hit like, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification button. You won't miss any of these adventures ever again. I'll see you in the next video.